Hey, what's up guys, welcome to the channel. If you did like this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell because you'll be notified whenever we release a video. So today, I'm going to be doing an oil change on my grandmother's HHR. Now, I've been telling her I will be working on her car for a while now, and it's been a while since she's had her oil change done, so we're going to go ahead and do that today. Now, this is first actual customer per se of the new garage, so finally we'll be working on someone else's car other than mine when we're working today. We're just doing a basic oil change. We'll check over everything else and then go from there, see if she does need anything else, but I don't think she will. But we'll go through the whole testing and everything like that, and then we'll have a fun day. Alright, so we took the oil cap off so it's a little bit easier when the oil drains. And then one of the first things you're going to do, so you're going to locate where the oil filter is. That right there. There we go. That is where the oil filter is. So cars tend to have a little bit different oil filters than others. Normally you'll see ones where it's a whole canister itself. This one is just replacing the actual, can I have the fucking filter? The actual internal filter itself. So it's a little bit easier. Just take that top off and we'll put it in later. But for now, we need to drain the oil. So we need to get that out of my container and then jack this car up so we can get this oil out of here. When you're jacking up a car, there's a few things you want to pay attention to, is where you're going to jack it. Now, there's a few places, and it depends on the car itself. Now, when you're jacking up a car, you want to find a sturdy location for it, but not where you're going to be putting the jack stand itself. So let me show you. As you can see right there, there is a piece of metal that I've jacked the car up from. It is not bent. It is not going out of whack. It is holding the car up, and there's no issues with it. That is where a good spot is to jack up the car. Where that is. Usually most cars will have this, and it's a safe place to jack up the car and not have any issues of bending any pieces. You want to put a part on something that is stable. See that arm right there that the jack has? You want that facing outward in case, or for when you're pulling out the jack. If anything were to go wrong, you can easily get out instead of having like your arm wrapped around and potentially getting pinned. So that's always something you want to take into consideration. That might be a good spot. So putting it on the subframe right here will be sturdy and hold it enough in place, but we need to make sure that it's also not gonna have any issues of like slipping. Yes, can I help you?
No.
Oh. Interrupting video. Oh! Damn, I didn't know you were doing that. I was joking, you were not I came in here and said I was doing the video, but I'm not, it's not a big deal. I was giving you a hard time.
Oh, okay.
So, trying to figure out the best spot to put this. I think I'm gonna not overthink this too much. Take a look at the jack, make sure we're all good. Everything looks clean, stable, perfect. So that's what we want. The whole goal of putting the jack underneath the car is make sure it's stable, it doesn't fall on you or anything like that. So it's just taking the necessary precautions that we need to have. And while we're doing this oil change, we're going to be checking on other things as well too. We're going to be checking the brakes, checking all the other fluids and everything. Something you should do every time you do any kind of basic maintenance on your car. If you're doing your brakes, check your oil level, check your coolant, all this kind of stuff. So we're going to go through all of this today. Just to be on the safe side with my grandmother's car. She drives it a lot, she goes everywhere, all kinds of places. So we want to make sure she has the best driving car no matter what. When you're jacking up the other side, you want to put the jacks in the same or close to the same location as you have the other one, so you don't have the car being offset when it's on jacks, just to make sure you're being safe. And also, depending on where the weight of the car is distributed, you will have some sensation of rocking, so be careful when starting to jack up the opposite side that you just jacked up. There will be some rocking. If you hear any noises that sound unsafe, make sure to check the other jack before continuing. So keep the same rules you had beforehand, just be cautious. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit of safe in this kind of, since we don't have a lift per se, we need to take as many safety precautions as we can. We don't want you getting hurt doing a basic oil change, okay? It's not what we're here to do. We're here to make sure you guys know how to do it and do it safely and properly. Also, make sure that the jacks are the same height as well too. You don't want to have to worry about the cars being uneven on the height. So make sure that you have the jacks on the same height. Just count them on the other side that you just did them on, and you'll be fine.
A few moments later.
Can you not die in the house when I'm outside of the garage? For the love of God. I'm thinking here Sam's having a fucking, like, broom to a spider or something. It's like, get the flamethrower. It's like, it's just a spider. It's already bad enough I gotta wait for you guys to hear an ice cream when the car falls on me.
Not gonna fall on your.
I agree! So we got the car up, but we need to do one last thing, the shake test. If it is not shaking when you do this, even if you put your full force into it, you're good. If it shakes, then you got a problem. So now we're going to potentially clean off the car. Definitely put some dirty grease on it. But while I go get a rag, let's prop up in the hood, and then we are gonna start draining this oil. So we're about to change the oil, but there's a couple things you need to know. There's a couple things you need to know before you just go straight diving into it. One, you're gonna need a couple things. One, you're gonna need a pan, an oil pan, or a drain pan, really. Pretty much, this is gonna hold all of your oil. Now you can get an enclosed one like I have, or you can get an open one. I prefer the enclosed one because it's a little bit harder to get rid of oil. So get an enclosed one. They range from like 15 to 20 bucks. Go grab one on AutoZone, and then you can take the oil from your car and you can go take it back, and you'll get it recycled. So you don't have to worry about disposing it at all. Take your oil to any auto parts store. 9 times out of 10, they have an oil recyclable area where they take care of all the oil that you drain and they recycle it for you. So you have that. Then you're gonna need your oil filter and your oil. Your owner's manual will tell you what oil you need, but you can also find this out by a quick Google search of your year, make, and model of your car. And if you have any questions, you can go see if there's any forums on your cars, and there's most likely a like frequently asked questions section, and it'll point out the best oils for your car. So those are a few things that you're gonna need, and a funnel. Because not everybody is a master when it comes to the pour technique. That comes after years and years of experience that I do not have. So let us get into this oil change. All right, guys, so one thing you need to know while you're doing this, the positioning of the drain pan. Basically, you're gonna want this far enough back to when the oil, it's going to shoot out. So basically, it's gonna shoot this direction based off of the motor and the way it's positioned. Oil's gonna shoot out that way. So we need to make sure to prevent any oil spills that we put the oil pan back far, or the drain pan far back enough to where we don't have to worry about spilling on the garage floors, because we do intend to get these garage floors done at some point whenever, but we do need to make sure that we don't spill because they're kind of hard to get out and I don't have any brake cleaner. So what I'm doing right now is I'm regulating the rate at which the oil comes out so that, oh my god, this fucking guy. Oh, you're in front of the camera! Somebody help me! My footage is being sacrificed! Help me! My hands are occupied! I guess not really. Never mind. I found a solution to my problem. Carry on with your day. So, lesson learned. nowhere to put your jack stands. But we didn't cause a huge mess, so that is a plus in our books. Alright, cool beans. So, whenever you are done draining all your oil, or it seems that it's not going to need anymore, clean off your drain plug, and the next step is going to be very, very important. I'm going to go grab a marker real quick and show you why. So it looks like it's pretty much drained. So we're going to go ahead and put the drain plug back on. So we're just going to mark this. That way it signifies that this oil change has been done before it has gone to its next location. If you ever do any work on your car at any point in time and you touch any bolt at all, mark it. Mark every single bolt. So if anything is wrong, they know what's been touched by the previous person who did the job. So always make sure that you're doing that. So I may have found an issue. So this right there looks to be somewhat normal, right? Well, it's not. That right there is broken. So I need to figure out something for that and figure out what the fuck that is and fix it. Well, I have a breaker bar, so I'm not afraid to use it, but it's just the 32 that I have is just too long.
That's what she said.
Like I said, I'm not afraid to use a breaker bar. And I got the extension. Now let's see if I can. Oh, I got it! I got it.
Good. Glad to hear it.
It wasn't that tight, so I was able to like get it at like an angle and then move it. Now the question is, how the fuck do I get this off of here? So I have to go off of.
I did. Oh, I think I remember. Oh, I think I went right through.
You okay? I didn't catch it on camera, but I caught the audio.
Alrighty.
Oh no, the license plate is bent. What will we ever do?
Oh, damn.
No.
You get screws on the top like you're supposed to be?
Yeah, that shit hurts. I already busted my knee on it already today.
Now, what happens is this filter pulls out, just pulls right out, and then this one pushes right in, sort of locks in there, and then you're good to go. You put it back. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these two together. Excuse me. I'm going to put this one in there. Okay, she's all back together here on top. Now the thing to do is to go back here underneath and put that little plug back in.
Also, I want you to look at something real quick, Grammy. This may be the reason why your car acts so weird at times.
What?
I have to figure out if this is the intake or not, but this is all kinds of messed up.
Holy cow!
I just saw that and I was like, what the hell? So I'm gonna look up what it is just to make sure. If it is necessary, if not, I'll just take it off. If it is, then we have to get a replacement soon.
Holy free holy.
So the reason why I think it's important is because it connects right back here, which leads me to believe that's where the intake is. So we'll have to get a new one of those. I'm almost done.
That's mine.
Huh?
I've been drinking, so I can't go anywhere.
Granny! What? You've been drinking? That's why your nose is red. Oh, you should
It's a
have.
damn wine cooler.
No, you should have saw me the other day. I had one when you
Yeah.
first got it. I took one out of the fridge, and I kind of pounded it pretty quickly, and my face just lit up. And I was like, why does my face feel weird? And I look in the mirror, and I'm just completely red. I'm like, well, that's great.
That's what happens when you pound it. You're supposed to sip it like a wine. Ergo, wine cooler. Oh.
It was a play this whole time. Got it! And it looks good to me. We're gonna keep this oil because if we ever need to top it off for whatever reason, if it runs a little rough, make sure everything's all good to go. All right, so I'm gonna open the garage and we're gonna run it. All right, so the car looks all good to go. Everything's all good and touched up. We have the obvious issues of the intake. We're gonna let the car run for a little bit so that the oil can get all the way through. It's a lovely wet day here out in Texas. There's the Mazda Speed, looking lovely as ever. We're actually gonna be taking her into the shop pretty soon. She is going to get the hood realigned, an alignment, and it's raining even more. And a new headlight, so she won't be a little scuff-eyed. But I want to thank everybody for watching this video. I will update you guys on what we decide to do with the intake. If we decide to go maybe performance, give Grammy something a little extra kick in the car, or if we decide to get a normal inlet tube. They seem to be easy to get a hold of, and if so, we'll try and do that. But thank you guys again for watching this video. If you did like this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell to see more videos on all the crazy shit we're doing on this channel. We're trying to release videos every single week, so make sure you're subscribed so that you tune in for all the crazy stuff we're doing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.